As I mentioned in the previous video, we're going to go through a little step-by-step on how to do the deck planking with the thread. It makes it look very nice. Ultimately, it's a little rough here, but ultimately this will all be sanded down and sealed with some wood sealer, possibly varnished, depending on how I decide I want it to look. So, as I said, this model didn't come with base pieces to lay the deck on, which to do this you need a smooth base. So I made some myself out of some balsa I had sitting around. The next thing, once I got it fitted and stuck in here, is marking the center line, which we can't see because that's already been covered up. And then from one end to the other, I measured in 55mm segments all the way down. And when you get to the end, some of these will be 27 millimeters to come out right at the end. Mark on these already, so we'll do a row. We'll start here, and we've got a joint there, so this row has got to be right over it like that. So all we're going to do is take our glue, mark it down here, and we take our piece, butt it up against there, make sure it's up against the thread. Now if we come out too uneven on this end, we can always trim off a little piece here, which I'll do. Like that. And next we have a piece of that 0.015 thread that's basically soaked in CA glue so that it's stiff. Makes it much easier to do this. And well, I can go this way. Put that right on the end. Chop it off. And this little piece sometimes can wander, so I'll make sure it's right there where we want it. And we got glue for the next piece. Now all these strips I've pre-cut a whole bunch, so things go quicker once you get going on it. Go back, put another one of these down. I didn't really soak this one up very well in the glue. It's not real stiff. It's much easier when it's really hard. We'll come down here a little. Yeah. I don't have a good base for this yet, since I've got the hull hasn't been closed up. Once that is, I'll create a stand so this will be easier to work with without it wobbling. All right, I'm gonna go finish this row and then we'll show you what's next. Okay, I've finished this row here, and I went ahead and I added another row up here. Now what we need to do is add the line that's going to be between the rows. So to do that, we take our thread. I'm gonna have to try and tilt this up. Maybe I'll just do the one on the other side. So we run a bead of glue on there. Start it back here. And we just have to try not to get ourselves stuck to it like that. Just very lightly lay it in along. That. And I'll get a piece here on the other side. This corner is a little hard to see. This time we'll try and just cut a piece to length first. Go. Just want to be sure you didn't pull it away from the end. There. Now we're all set to start another row on each side. You just keep this up till the whole thing is covered, which we'll come back and take a look at once it's all done. All right, we've finished filling up the deck pieces with the planks. I've started sanding on this already to get it smoothed off. Before I did the sanding, however, we did put some sealant coated it all with a wood sealer. The reason for that is when you start to sand, it can start to rip up all that thread you spent so much time laying down. So you cover it, you seal it up, let that dry, and take some sandpaper. I've got it on a little strip here, and just go over all that until it kind of smooths everything down, as well as fills in some of the gaps like that, and go over it with a little finer sandpaper till you get it down to looking fairly smooth. Let's see if we can take a look at it down there. Whoops. So we've got it pretty well smoothed off. What remains to be done now is to place some finished pieces along the edges to cover up the roughness. Where did I have that piece? Anyway, I was thinking this piece here, or one of that size, will fit along here. Because of the way I'm doing the decking, these gun ports are a little short, so I may cut and just lay these pieces in along in between. I'm either going to do that or find a smaller piece or use a piece of here, you know, a little wider, flatter piece like this. I could lay in there too. Debating. I'm going to have to look ahead at what's going to be required for Canon to go through there. I'll get that all done. Plus, I've got to put combings in along these ports and skylights. I want to do that first. But after that, I think we'll take some, this is polyurethane. I've got some varnish wood treatment somewhere else. I'll probably go over it with that, but I don't want to do that before I get these finished pieces in. So, that's pretty much it for the deck work at this point. I think I'm going to move on